My people, we got the Cosmic Wonder. Spider-Man Brand New Day makes so much sense now. Let's see what he's talking about. What makes sense?
Spider-Man Brand New Day is finally starting to make sense. We have heard so much about Spider-Man Brand New Day from leaks, from insiders, and now we've learned a lot more information about the movie, plus the Punisher special presentation we have learned is going to directly set up Spider-Man Brand New Day. And honestly, after hearing these details about the Punisher special presentation, what's happening in Spider-Man Brand New Day makes so much sense now. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder. We have some new details about the Punisher special
He looks
presentation and
so
how that
sick.
specifically
He looks
links to
so.
and
Oh my
sets up
goodness.
Spider-Man Brand New Day. And honestly, we've been hearing so much about this movie. A lot of people have been thinking, well, how exactly are they going to do this? It sounds like there's going to be just a ton of characters, especially villains, but also a lot of heroes at the same time. And there are, but there's a really good reason that we're going to see all of this. And it starts with the Punisher. I'm actually really glad that Marvel is doing this because they're finally connecting things in a bigger way now. A lot of people have
Mm-hmm.
said that they felt the lack of the MCU's connectivity since Phase 4 has been kind of just very underwhelming. It's something that they've missed, but now it looks like they're really connecting not only the Punisher, but also Daredevil Born Again Season 2 with Spider-Man Brand New Day. So let's check this out. So in order to know how Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to begin and some of the major plot points for this, like Tombstone and Scorpion, we have to know what the plan is for the Punisher special presentation. And this also does relate to Daredevil Born Again, like I mentioned. We're not going to go over the entire leak in case some people want to avoid spoilers. We're going to go over the bare minimum here, but it does tell you what
Go over
really
it
is going to
all.
happen
I
in the
want to
beginning of
know
Spider-Man.
it
It says that for the
all.
Punisher special presentation, Frank Castle has been hunting Maganucci's criminal empire for months, one of the
Who?
last surviving crime bosses after
Maganucci.
Kingpin's downfall. He discovers her operations are tied to AIM, which is using Ganucci's network to traffic weapons and prototype military tech. And I'm sure this will be connected to Stark Tech in some way, shape, or form. And also, we heard before that what was once going to be Armor Wars, the story and the plot points for Armor Wars, have now been kind of split up and divided into other projects. It sounds like this is going to be one of those projects because, again, Stark Tech is probably involved in this in some way, shape, or form. And that would have been Rhodey's job to kind of go get that tech back and make sure they're not in the wrong hands. So it doesn't look like we're getting Armor Wars anytime soon, as some of those plot points for Armor Wars are now in the Punisher special presentation and Spider-Man Brand New Day. But it goes on to say with Maganucci, Frank unknowingly kind of taking them out unknowingly destroys the last balance holding the city together. The power vacuum frees dozens of smaller gangs who begin fighting for territory. Among those who emerge from the chaos are Tombstone, who controls the Bronx neighborhoods with a network of hitmen, Boomerang, who leads a group of mercenaries and
Mm.
steals experimental weaponry from AIM, Scorpion, aka Matt Gargan, still imprisoned but referred to as a ticking time bomb by underworld informants, setting up his eventual release and transformation. Reportedly, the special ends with a Daily Bugle report that states gangs fight for control of New York, AIM may be involved. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, those villains that we heard, Tombstone, Boomerang, Scorpion, we
Your father
Bruh.
knows about saving money. Everything I'm wearing,
No
I've had
YouTube.
since boot camp.
know they're going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. They're confirmed already, and we're about to dive into some leaked set photos and videos of Scorpion with Tom Holland on the set of Brand New Day, but we actually heard before that AIM could be involved with the main villain of Spider-Man Brand New Day. The main villain kind of is a mystery at this point in time. We've
Who
heard a
is
lot
the
of
main
different things like
villain?
Shathra, but we did hear AIM is going to play a part in the movie as far as the villains are concerned. So this checks out. And we have heard Boomerang is going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day as well. It's all starting to come together now. Also, we've heard that there's going to be a montage in the beginning of Spider-Man Brand New Day of Spider-Man fighting a lot of different villains. It makes
Mm.
sense now that some villains and gangs are getting out of control, and that's basically the beginning of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spider-Man kind of cleaning up the mess that Frank caused. But here's the deal. The war that Frank is fighting, it's not done yet, obviously. Scorpion is going to be set free, and Spider-Man Brand New Day, we know that. We have photos of that. Boomerang is
It's
going to
gonna
be
be
in it,
so
and
sick.
Tombstone is going to be in it. And according to a leak from Daniel RPK, Tombstone and Scorpion are going to be in
I
direct
don't know who
conflict with each
Tombstone
other,
is.
which lines up perfectly with what we're hearing about the Punisher special presentation. Gangs are fighting each other to see who can control New York. And on top of that, we've been hearing reports that Michael
Vulture.
Keaton could be returning as Adrian Toomes, aka Vulture, in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But if we think about it, if we look at these set photos right here, we see Scorpion. Reportedly, what is happening here is he breaks out of prison, or he gets broken out of prison. We're not really sure which one yet. And he gets into a helicopter and he
He was in a
leaves.
different
Well, who was in the
universe.
prison
Like,
with him in the
I'm
post-credit scene
confused.
for Spider-Man Homecoming? Vulture. Now, don't even get me started on what happened with Sony and the post-credit scene for Morbius and going between our universe and their universe, and now he's back in our universe.
Exactly.
I have a feeling Marvel kind of wants to just erase that from history and act
You
like it never
can't.
happened. So that's
You did that.
probably what they're going to do. But at the same time, this goes right into Doomsday, which
Bro,
is gonna be a
just
giant
bring in
multiversal
Morbius.
film.
Like,
So
it'd be pretty
maybe
cool.
they just like briefly mention the multiverse. Maybe
Let
they say
Spider-Man
he
beat him real
went
quick.
over and he came back. He doesn't know how, but he's here now. Who knows if he's actually going to be going after Spider-Man because he knows who he is. He knows he's Peter Parker. We'll have to wait and see on that. But he is rumored to be returning. And again, if he's in that prison with Scorpion, it would make sense that we would see him. So everything is kind of starting to make sense now as far as why the Punisher is involved, and why the Hulk could be involved is because of AIM. Perhaps AIM does something to Bruce Banner to mess with his mind, to set him off, to make him Hulk out again. We know that Banner has put a lot of precautions in play, a lot of tech in play to control the Hulk from going out. Perhaps AIM messes with that and alters it, and that's how Bruce Banner once again freaks out and becomes the Savage Hulk. Which
No more smart Hulk.
Are really excited.
I don't want to see a nerd on my screen. I don't want to see that. No,
They
no.
want a street level Spider-Man.
I want to see some
Spider-Man to be
destruction.
fighting street level villains and to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, that's exactly what we are getting here, according to now what we know about the Punisher special presentation and what we know about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And on top of that, we have Daredevil Born Again coming as well. We know that Kristen Ritter is returning as Jessica Jones. We know that the Punisher is going to be in that as well. They're basically getting a whole team together to go up against Kingpin. And remember, Kingpin recently put a no vigilante law into effect in New York City where Spider-Man is. And recently Brad Winderbaum, head of Marvel Television, did confirm the events of Daredevil Born Again Season 2 do go into Spider-Man Brand New Day. So again, what Marvel is doing, I actually really love. They are once again really tying everything together. And I think it's really cool tying the Punisher into Daredevil Born Again Season 1 because he was there, and now Season 2, and the Punisher special presentation goes into Spider-Man Brand New Day. Daredevil Born Again goes into Spider-Man Brand New Day. You get some of the characters
I like
that
the
we're going to
links.
see in these shows.
I like how these shows and movies are linking now.
movies, which is something
I love it.
It seemed like Marvel wasn't really going to
How
do,
do they
but now it
link
seems like they're
into
doing it
Doomsday,
in a
though?
really, really great way. So I love what is happening here right now, and I love that we are getting a
Look at that
street-level
photo.
Spider-Man Brand New Day film. These are all street-level villains that Spider-Man's going to go after, but ultimately, I think the main villain is going to be bigger and badder than a street-level villain. Not to say that some of these villains in the comics haven't been big and bad, but I think it is ultimately leading to somebody much more powerful. Maybe it is Shathra. Maybe it's somebody AIM created. I actually kind of like that the main villain for this has been a mystery at this point in time. Hopefully it's somebody just really, really big, really powerful, and really cool. But everything is starting to come together, except for the main villain. Everything is starting to come together as far as what the plot is going to be for this, why there are so many villains involved, and kind of the state of New York City. So I'm super excited. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel.
Thank you, Cosmic. Thank you. Guys, I wish it was Venom. Like, I want to see Venom and Spider-Man on the same screen. Just once, Marvel. Please. I beg you, please. But either way, I can't wait for this movie. Anything to do with Spider-Man just puts joy into my heart. I love you guys. God loves you.